Down to the surface. It won't be anything sudden, just like a leaf drifting gently out of a tree, back down to the surface. And as you come back down to the surface, I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see down there below you, or the very first impression that you have as you come back down to the surface. What do you see down there below you?
Red sand.
Red sand. Are you coming off the cloud yet?
Yes.
Are you standing in the sand?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. And I just want you to look down at your feet where you're standing. Are you wearing anything on your feet?
White boots.
White boots. Very nice then. And then I want you to look at your apparel. What are you wearing? What type of garments do you have on?
Looks like it's strange looking.
It's okay.
It's white and angular, different layers of clothes, almost like they're like space clothes, only more stylized.
Oh, very nice. And can you tell if you're a male or a female?
Female.
Very nice. And I want you to just take your hands and hold them up in front of your face and tell me what color is your skin and what do your hands look like?
It's very white. My skin is very pale. And they're just a bit long and thin.
5 fingers and a thumb?
Yes.
Very nice. So when you say long, do you say abnormally long in terms of human or a little more?
Just slightly longer than normal.
Oh, very good. And I want you to go ahead and feel your head, on the top of your head. Are you wearing anything or?
Yeah, I'm wearing a headdress.
A headdress, very good. And go ahead and just feel your face. What does that look like?
My skin is very tight. And it doesn't look
Doesn't look human, you say? How does it feel? What about your eyes? How do they feel?
They're very big. There's no whites of the eye. It's just color.
Ah, very good. And you can see yourself then?
Yes.
Very nice. And what about your ears, or where your ears would be? What's there?
They look like spiraling skin.
Oh, very good. Spiraling into a little meatus or a little hole, you say?
Yes.
Or forming them? Okay.
Something like
Very nice. And then, do you have anything with you? Are you any type of ornaments on you, rings, or anything to that effect?
I have a staff.
Oh, very good. You have a staff, and describe your staff for me.
It's made out of metal, different colors on it. There's crystals on each end. It's long. Feels nice to hold.
Very good. And do you use it to walk with, or do you carry it, or is there a harness?
I carry it. I don't walk with it though. I do. Like it helps, but
Understood.
it's
Okay.
not the purpose.
Oh, very good. And is there anyone there in the immediate area with you?
No.
Very nice. And so you say that you're in red sand. I want you to look straight down at the sand And then follow your eyes straight in front of you and tell me, what do you see out in front of you?
I see craters and cliffs.
Oh, very good. And looks like sort of a barren land then?
Yes.
And if you look up into the sky, or what does that look like up there?
Millions of stars. It's dark. The aurora borealis. Some, I don't know. I can see the universe, the galaxy.
Ah, very good. And you said looks like the aurora borealis. So does it look like the atmosphere is sort of shining or shimmering?
Yes.
What colors do you see in the that you could recognize?
Green and blue.
Beautiful. And then if you turn around behind you, what is behind you?
It looks like a complex, like a living quarters. It's round and dome shaped. It doesn't look like human architecture.
Oh, very nice. And as you look at this dome shape, how many structures are there?
There's one, a big one, and there's different structures branching off in a pattern. Like there's one big one in the middle, and there's 12 different branches off of the main building that form smaller buildings.
Very nice. And what color are the structures?
It's white.
Ah, they're white. And as you look at the structures, do you see any entrances or exits there?
Yes.
And what do they look like?
They look like a membrane. It looks like an energetic membrane that you just walk through. There's no door, it's just you.
Excellent. And as you look at the complex or the area, can you see other beings there? Is there anyone else there with you that you could possibly see?
Yes.
And how far away from you are they?
They're just doing various work around the complex. They're probably about a football field away from me.
And as you look at them, do any of them have the staff that you have, or? I know they're a pretty long distance away, but not that you can see.
Not that I can see, but I see one person. It's interesting. He's got like a long, weird, almost elephant nose, and similar eyes. It's like there's no whites. It's just dark. He seems like he's I don't know. He's important. He's wearing a dress. And he has this gold netting, like it's around his shoulders and above his head.
Beautiful.
Like it's weird. I don't know.
That's okay. I want you to remember everything that you're seeing, and you're going to be able to draw it. Now, what are you doing out there? Are you a sentry? Are you standing guard, or what do you think you're doing there?
I'm trying to fix the atmosphere so this place is habitable.
Were you using your staff to do that?
Yes. I was making a grid around the planet. I'm helping with other people.
And so, you say around the planet, or maybe just around the complex?
Maybe just around the complex, I don't know.
And I want you to look to your left and to your right. Do you see others spaced out around the place similar to you with staffs, or just curious?
They seem to be inside the building.
Understood. And the particular one with the elephant nose, what is he doing? Is he sitting or standing, or what does it look like he's doing or they're doing?
Standing, and he's lecturing a bunch of people who are sitting down in a circle. See, and people are listening to him. He's outside the building. There are people.
Ah, very good. Do you recognize him?
Yes.
Who do you think he is? Because we're going to go close to him, but I just want you, anything that you can recall, just as you observe.
He's my husband.
Ah, very good. And I want you to check your nose. Are you the same species as he is?
No.
Oh, very
I
good.
have a snake-like nose. There's like slits.
Ah, very good. I want you to go over closer to him, and you're going to get there rather quickly in a count of 3, 2, 1, and you're close to him. And when you make eye contact, what happens?
Smiles with his eyes.
Very nice.
And all his students say hello to me. And
What is your name?
sounds weird.
It's okay, you may.
Softly.
Softly. Beautiful. I had a feeling they were students. And what is your husband's name?
Cornean.
Corny. And what subject matter was he teaching, or what was he explaining to the students?
Something metaphysical. Something about is something like he's a wizard or something.
Oh, very nice.
Magic, I don't know.
I've met an entity like this with a nose like this. I'll have to go in and do some research to remember. What is the name of the place that you're in?
Sorkish.
Sorkish. And is that the planet that you're on, or the particular area, that complex that you're in?
It's just a nickname for the area.
Oh, very good. And as you look at the other entities, how many different type of species or races do you see within the students and anyone else in the area?
Seems like almost everybody's different. It's almost like looking at Star Wars.
Oh, very nice. And do you know what galaxy that you're in?
Andromeda.
Ah, you're in the Andromedan galaxy. Very good. And when you look up into the stars, do you recognize any of the constellations from that vantage point?
No.
And how many moons or any orbitals that are in the air that are close enough to see?
See large blue planet and a even larger red one and 5 moons.
So you see a large blue planet And a larger red planet and 5 moons?
Yes. The red planet has like yellow, it's like red and yellow.
And if you know how the moon looks at night when it's full here on the Earth, how much bigger or smaller would you say those moons and planets are?
The red planet is probably 5 times, no, sorry, the blue planet's probably 5 times larger than we see the moon here, and the red planet's probably 20 times. And the moons are varying sizes.
And then that's pretty close to be toward closer to another planet.
Yeah. I think maybe we're not even on a planet, we're on an asteroid or something.
Ah, very good. Very, very good. I want you to go to where you live, where you and your husband live, and you're going to be there in a count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1. Where are you now? Just
It's like it's dug into the ground, but it's dug into the ground, but it still has that same membrane like the doors have, and you walk in the center of the membrane, and it brings you down into the middle of an atrium, and the atrium branches off into 5 different, it's like an atrium is the shape of a pentagram, and each side leads to a different hallway.
ah, very nice. And so, do you think that that membrane sort of transports you from one place down to the atrium? Or you just walk through it and you're in the atrium?
I think it transports you down. It's like a shield, but it feels almost, I don't know, it feels organic.
Very nice. And if you just look, how was the place lit inside?
Blue flames, blue balls of energy that are infused into these glass spheres. It's not necessarily a light bulb, but it's, I don't know, can't explain.
But it just lights everything up, huh?
Yes.
And does it have a blue cast of a light on things, or?
No, the light is yellow.
Ah, beautiful. Very beautiful. And do you have any offspring? Can you see your daughter? Where is she at? And is she there?
Mm-hmm.
And where is she at?
She's running through one of the hallways into the atrium to greet me.
Ah, very nice. And go ahead and give a description of her, if you would, please. Loud and clear. It's very easy.
I don't sense that she's my biological daughter. She doesn't look anything like either of us.
Ah, very good.
She has many horns on her head. They're different kinds. Just long black hair.
So she has many horns on her head, and they're different types of horns?
Some of them are spiraling, and some of them are just straight. And she has skin that looks almost like fish skin. And she has yellow eyes.
Beautiful. But you can sense her. Is she smiling? Is she happy to see you home?
Yes.
Very good. And if you communicate with her, how do you communicate with her? Is it verbal or telepathic?
Telepathic.
And what did she say as she runs in to greet you?
She said, "Mommy, I'm glad you're home." Something to that effect.
Something to that effect. It's like mommy's, yes, okay.
Yeah, just expressing joy once seeing me, and that she was bored all day.
Oh, is that what she said? I've been bored all day and she's happy you're home? And what is your position in this? You said you were fixing the atmosphere. What do you think what it is? Does it have a title, what you do?
I'm trying to think. I know that I'm like a scientist or something. It's some sort of like research, or I don't know.
Understood. So you're a scientist. Your husband is an educator.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And you have one child or one offspring that you care for. Very good. Very, very good. I just want you to go to where you sleep at or where you rest at. Does it feel comfort? Does it feel, what's the word, familiar, the space that you're in?
It looks like a cave, only like everything's painted really white,
Okay.
and different like stalactites and stalagmites form, like,
From the ground and from the ceiling?
yeah, form like different bookshelves and form like, or we kind of just use the architecture to kind of, or we just kind of use the natural landscape to form the room,
Oh, very nice.
and it feels cozy.
Everything's pretty organic, huh?
Yes.
And is there a particular space where you rest at in there, a room?
It's like this pit with stretched out, I don't know if it's skin or something, or stretched out something, almost like a hammock, and underneath like you could like see through, so if you're laying down you can look through and there's a garden underneath.
Oh, very nice. You say, what's underneath?
Like a garden or something, or I don't know, it's like some decoration, like if you were to like break through the little bed, you could be somewhere else. I don't know, it's strange.
Oh, okay. You said a garden.
Yeah, like a little like conservatory or something.
Oh, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I just wanted you to go ahead and get a pretty good look at that space, but we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward to a very important day, a very